Hey there! Wine, beer, and cheese is such a breeze. Today we're going to make an all-grain mash, and we're going to clone a beer, Redhook ESB, from Redhook Ale Brewery from Seattle, Washington. I have this book here, Clone Brews, Recipes for 200 Commercial Beers. This book is amazing, and if you want to start becoming a connoisseur of various beers around the world and in the country, I recommend getting this book because it's very easy to follow the instructions. So what we're going to do here is clone Redhook ESB, and we're going to do it all grain mash style. We're going to start out, we have all our ingredients here. We have two-row malt right here, and we've got the specialty crystal malt right here. We've got 11 pounds altogether. We've got Irish moss. We've got the bittering hops and aroma hops, and some yeast. And that's going to get us off to a start here. Well, first of all, what we're going to need to do, since we're doing the all grain method, we're going to have to grind all of this grain. It's going to take some time, I suspect. So what we have here is a hand grinder, and we can set the coarseness of the grain. When we're going to do the all grain mash, all we would desire to do is crack the grain. We don't want to create flour and grind it into powder. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Cut this bag open here. And I'm going to try to adjust the grain. Now when you're doing all grain mash methods and you're going to grind any of your malted grains or grains in general, what you don't want to do is grind them anywhere near where you're going to be making your beer, because there's full of lactobacillus bacteria in the dust from grinding, and it will cause contamination of your beer. And beer you have to be pretty careful with because there's not high alcohol content, and also once you bring it down out of the boiling temperatures, you got to be careful for you don't want to contaminate it with all this bacteria or other yeast. So I had it set. I had been grinding. I had tried a little bit of wheat earlier just to try this out. We're gonna go coarser here, way coarser, I guess. That's a little bit too coarse. I'll find that happy medium, or we're just going to get it cracked. Looks like it's cracking there. If you don't understand how coarse to grind your grain, you're not grinding it at all. You're just cracking it. And in Charlie Papazian's book, Joy of Home, the Complete Joy of Home Brewing, 3rd edition here, there's a picture in here that shows you how coarse you want your grain to be. It looks like about right there, roughly. Okay, so this is going to take a while, and we're going to continue grinding away here, and we'll return when we go into the specialty grain with the crystal malt. Alright, we're back, and we've finished grinding the 10 pounds of two-row malt, and now we're going to do the pound of crystal malt. So here we go. This is what it looks like. This is all set up for a 5-gallon batch. Redhook ESB. You see this crystal malt is nice and brown in color. It's going to be sweet, and we're going to use these carbohydrates and the enzymes activated at a certain temperature to end up producing an environment for our yeast to thrive and make us our beer. Actually, that smell is you can smell it as it smells crystally like brown sugar, kind of like a little bit. Actually, the smell is almost a little bit reminiscent of molasses. It smells just delicious. We'll be back soon as we're done grinding this. Alright, we're back. We've ground now the specialty crystal malt, and what I've got here is an 11-gallon stock pot. This is what we're going to use to make our brew with. Initially, what we're going to do is we have our grist combo in here, and we're going to simmer for 30 minutes at 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm putting in a quart of water per pound of grain. So that's a total of 2 3/4 gallons of water in here. We're adding the last bit here right now. Then we're going to put in the grain, and then we're going to go to our, I'm so excited about this, just so pumped. I just got this brand new 200,000 BTU burner, propane burner, and we're going to try that out right now for the first time with this batch of brew. So you guys are getting to experience this with me. So now we're going to take this 11 pounds of ground grain, 2-row, and the specialty. We're going to put it in here. See all that dust coming up? That is rich in lactobacillus bacteria, and this is why you don't do this where you're going to finally finish your grain. We don't want all that dust to contaminate your brew in the end. Okay, we're going to bring this out to the garage. We don't want to be using this kind of burner indoors because we'll be dead from all the carbon monoxide from the exhaust. So we'll be back in a minute.